Hi everybody, and welcome to my channel, Oracle of the Crows, Hypnocrow. My name is Melody. For those of you who are new to my channel, welcome. Thank you to each and every one of you guys from the bottom of my heart and soul. I am so grateful for all the love and support that you guys have given me on my journey. Alright, so today is October 2nd. So this video is going to be a little bit shorter because we're not going to go over the astrology. So we're going to go ahead with the same aspect that we did for yesterday, going by elements. I'm going to shuffle up the crystal cards here real quick. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started. What element do you want to bring a message forward first? So we have air coming through. So air signs, you are first today. Alright, so what message do you have for the element of air for today, October 2nd? What do you want to talk to the collective air signs for today? What do you want to talk to the collective air signs about, Spirit? Skull of Stars, infinite possibilities. So air signs, the Skull of Stars is coming through, telling you why things so small when galaxies spin within. Realize that you are made of the stuff of stars and infinite possibilities begin. This skull brings us back to the fact that we are all made of the stuff of stars, yet many of us think so small. We're each born with a blank canvas to paint upon, and we are indeed an open sky of possibilities. It's easy to feel small in a world that is so busy, impersonal, and seemingly self-absorbed. We can, at times, feel lost and unclear about our direction and lose sight of our place in the cosmos. The Skull of Star reminds us that we are only limited by our own imagination and boundaries. If you can dream it, it is possible. This card indicates that you need to think bigger and more broadly about your future and what you would like to achieve. Perhaps there are false beliefs, often old, and no longer serve you as you grow and change, air signs. Sometimes you believe that you may not even, sometimes these beliefs may not even be yours. They may have been imparted by you by your parents or the wider community, yet feel rather incongruent to you. You need to endeavor with all of your heart and soul to live the life you want and honor your own wishes and truth. Alright, so let's go ahead and shuffle up the tarot cards, which we are using the Zombie Tarot for the month of October, at least for now. I do have another deck of cards that I can use in the Halloween theme, which I have been considering alternating. So but for now, we're using the Zombie Tarot because they're like one of my favorite decks. So let's go ahead and pull your tarot card for today. 10 of Cups. Ooh, yeah. So the 10 of Cups is like the ultimate achievement, right? It's pure happiness because cups are our emotions, right? We are also in the 10th month, which represents the 10 of Cups. Cups represents months. So we are in the 10th month. You have infinite possibilities when you break free and you step outside of that box that your parents put you in, that society put you in, right? Who says that you got to have the 10-bedroom mansion with 20 different cars, Rolls Royces and Mercedes Benz? Who says that? Whose rule is that? That is society's role. rule. Why? Society says you have to be in competition with your neighbors. You have to do better. You have to do this way. You have to do that way. Who says? Society says. So the Skull of Stars is coming in and telling you to find your true happiness, your true emotional bliss this month within your life, within your family, right? Within love. It's time to think outside that box. It's time to reach for the stars. You, air signs, are the creator of your own reality. And as soon as you break out of them limited beliefs and you reach for the stars and realize that you're the creator of your own reality, there's where your true happiness creates in your outer reality. So for some of you, this could be about a happy marriage. This could be about, starting a family. But it's definitely about happiness, bliss. Having children, going on vacation, having the money to go on vacation, having the perfect family. Remember, imperfectness is your perfectness, right? You're unique to who you are. We're all made up of stardust, right? But every star is unique in its own way. And that's what you need to accept, air signs, right? That is exactly what you need to accept. True happiness and bliss starts within yourself. When you believe that you can have this, okay? So let's go ahead and pull a crystal card for you, air signs, for today. Oh, we have meteorite coming through. All chakras, right? Distant healing, transition, and release. I am aware, right? Become aware of become aware of how you box yourself in. Become aware that you are the infinite. Become aware that you have this capability to heal not only yourself, but your family history. So this Ten of Cups could be talking about your soulmate family, right? So there you go, air signs. That's your message for today, October 2nd. Thank you for watching, air signs. Alrighty, so who is next, Spirit? Who do you want to bring forward next? Fire. So fire signs, this is your message. So what do you want to talk to the element of fire about today, Spirit? Today, October 2nd. What do you want to talk to the element of fire about? Skull of darkness. Okay. So I feel fire signs, you could be in the dark about something. You could have some sort of blind spots. Look, the candle sitting on your crown here. So I feel like Spirit is trying to illuminate that blind spot that is keeping you in the dark today. So let's go ahead and read what the Skull of Darkness wants to discuss with you, fire signs. So, you may not wish to delve there, the shadows, the darkness, the unknown. Yet, when we search, we reveal, in our power, it has grown. The beautiful and mysterious Skull of Darkness encourages us to look to the part of ourselves that normally remains hidden or as unseen as possible. You may not appreciate or like certain aspects of ourselves, and yet sometimes our great treasures lie within these areas. How many times have you heard of famous artists or people extremely successful in their fields being bullied for being so different? Yet it is their very differences from others that make them so powerful. Additionally, all of us at some stage of our life have certain blind spots that may cause us grief and trouble. Although we cannot see the issue clearly, it is the repeated patterns of pain that may alert us to them. Symptoms, if you will. For example, the same things keep happening over and over again. We may be betrayed repeatedly, fail at something repeatedly, not complete tasks continually. Peace and pattern breaking may be achieved by doing the work in uncovering our blind spot, or even consulting trusted close friends or professionals to assist us to see what we cannot. Okay, so there you go, fire signs. That's what Spirit wants to talk to you about, is in blind spots. All right, so let's go ahead and shuffle the tarot cards and pull your daily tarot card for today, fire signs. Knight of Cups. Alrighty, so I feel like, look how this zombie's holding the brain. So I feel like your brain is what's causing the blind spot, and that's why you got the candle of illumination sitting on your crown. I feel like you're in the dark about how perhaps to move forward with something. You got the Knight of Cups there, so the Knight of Cups is somebody who is like a knight in shining armor, who shows up in his little Speedos and says, hey baby, you know, I want to romance you. I want to sweep you off your feet, right? I want to be that one man you can depend upon. So I feel like there's where you're blind at. You don't know how to move forward and perhaps express something to somebody. You don't know how to move forward and find your own happiness. Why? Because your brain is overruling your heart, fire signs. So I feel like they're telling you to step into your solar plexus. There's where your power lies, your courage, your strength, your life force energy, right? I feel a lot of you have a fear of intimacy. And I'm not talking about sex. I'm talking about intimacy. It's about delving deep into the heart of the matter, so to speak. Being able to open yourself up and be vulnerable. Why? Because you're afraid of facing that pain. And that pain is keeping you blind to how to move forward, right? Your brain right here is overruling your heart, and it's causing a lot of waves of emotions. And this is a pattern that has happened over and over and over and over and over again in your life. So it's about delving deep within there, seeing how your brain keeps you blind to your heart. So let's go ahead and pull a crystal card for you, fire signs. So a Charite. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. I probably just chopped the hell out of it, but there you go. Third eye, and look, crown, brain, right? Transformation, acceptance, and insight. Whoo! I am present. You really can't make this stop. So it's about going in and facing that pain, accepting it for what it is, gaining the insight, the lesson learned, and now using that pain to transform your life into what? Being happy, being able to ride that wave of pain, and knowing that what has not killed you has only made you stronger, right? So it's also about being in the present moment and knowing when the right time is to move forward. All right, so there you go, fire signs. Those are your messages. Thank you for watching. Alrighty, let's see who is next. We have, about threw it out of my hand, earth signs. So I feel like It like basically wanted to pop out of my hand and I had to catch it. So I feel like Spirit is telling you, earth signs, that they're around you. And even though I feel like they're telling you to jump, take that leap of faith, and that they're going to catch you with something. I mean, as soon as I picked it up, that organite just like popped right out of my hand, but at the same time, I caught it. So I feel like the divine is telling you to jump, take that leap of faith, and that they're going to catch you. You will not fail, earth signs. So let's go ahead and pull a oracle card. What do you want to talk to the element of earth about? You can see I'm shuffling them. Dawn, the light after the darkness. No wonder I was feeling that. Look at the owl on that card. Isn't that a beautiful card? I love it. These cards are so nice. This deck is by Stacy DeMarco. I'll have to, well, you can watch yesterday's video and know that. Alright, so the light after the darkness, right? So the light after the darkness would be trusting that the divine has carried you and that they're going to catch you. So dawn for the element of earth. After the darkest times, the sun will always rise. The dawn will always come. This can be no surprise. Whilst midnight is often thought of as a magical hour. Hold on one second. I apologize for that. Alright. Throughout time, dawn has also had its share of the mystical. All manner of magical beings had to return to their true forms by dawn. Werewolves, for example, and vampires could only be active whilst the rays of the sun did not pierce the sky. Dawn and deities of dawn herald both hope and new life. Goddesses such as EOSTRE, I apologize, I didn't want to chop it up, and gods like Helios and Apollo were those who brought new life and the dawn's light to the world. The journey from the darkest night of the soul to the bright and hopeful dawn is one of the deepest and most powerful heroes, path repeated over and over in mythology. Should you receive the dawn card, you are being reminded that there is always a fresh start and a new beginning at hand. Change is unstoppable. Even the most difficult times will pass, no matter how devastating they may be. Hope is one of the most powerful motivating forces in the universe, and it's being indicated here. So earth signs, they want you to keep hope, right? Keep hope that there is going to be light after a period of darkness. So for some of you, you could be coming out finally of your dark night of the soul. And when you come out of that dark night of the soul, you're going to be that owl, right? You are going to be that owl. You're going to gain a lot of wisdom, a lot of knowledge. You're going to see the dawn after this period of darkness. So let's go ahead and pull a tarot card for you, earth signs. 7 of Wands, right? So the 7 of Wands tells me when you come out of this dark night of the soul, you are going to be standing your ground. You are going to be standing in your purpose. You're going to have a different belief system. You're going to be in the dark no more. You're not going to be defensive no more. You are going to have this newfound sense of hope that no matter what comes your way, you see how this masculine person is standing over top of that dead zombie, right? You are going to be like, you know what? I'm done with this. You're going to be authentic. And you know, it says about the dark night of the soul in the 7. The 7 is about putting that work in to become more authentic, right? To have that hope that your belief system is going to change, that you're going to be able to stand up for yourself and defend yourself in a more positive, where people were like, whoa, I don't even want nothing to do with this, right? See how the hands are up? Whoa, like, I don't even want this. I don't need this. And if that's the way it's going to be, then you need to keep your distance, right? Stand in your grounds and standing up for what you believe in. What a beautiful message. So the light after the darkness is going to give you that power. And I feel like you're going to take not one step up the ascension ladder, but a few steps up that ascension ladder energetically, like raise your vibration. Because why? Because you're going to be seeing things from a different point of view, a more higher perspective about your journey. All right, so your crystal is amethyst, but you have an armadillo spirit animal coming through. So self-protection, vulnerability, and guess, setting them boundaries, right? Armadillo, spirit of armadillo, to teach me how to set boundaries while trusting my instincts so that I am not afraid to be vulnerable. Thank you, aho. And that is exactly what the 7 of Wands is telling you. Stand your ground. Set them boundaries. Say no more. Learn how to protect yourself, right? So what a beautiful message there for you, Earth signs. So thank you for watching and have a blessed day. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and get the final element, and we have the element of water who is coming through last. So what do you want to talk to the element of water about for today, October 2nd? Today? What do you want to talk to the element of water about? Skeleton, strength, okay? So what I feel right off the bat, Spirit wants to talk to you about is how you have the strength to face any skeletons in your closet. That's right off the bat what I'm feeling. The skeletons could be about your belief system with the skull being illuminated there. So let's go ahead and see what Spirit wants to... Okay. So on the outside is flesh, on the inside is bone. There is strength and vulnerability. In power we have grown. Halloween is a scary festival. It is meant to frighten. We are meant to feel the release of being pleasantly scared. We trick or treat even though we know that someone may surprise us. We watch horror films knowing they will scare us. We even dress as skeletons who have no flesh at all on their bones, are there for all to see. In short, we show our vulnerability at Halloween and our strength in facing our fears too. There is incredible strength in showing vulnerability. It can often be the bravest course of action and the most frightening. More often than not, it is a powerful catalyst for personal growth, even though we may not be able to perceive it at this time. By showing our true selves and displaying some balanced vulnerability, we can seek and receive greater understanding from others. By admitting that we are wrong or that we don't have the solution when we are expected to, we leave more room to turn things around faster. By asking for help and support rather than acting as martyrs and feeling resentful, show strength and wisdom, not weakness. Should the skeleton card bring itself to your attention, to show strength and vulnerability if that is what you really feel. Shame, pride, grudges, or embarrassment are hefty burdens that need not be carried through the darkest of nights. Okay? So they're telling you, get to the bare bones of the situation. And they're telling you, water signs, you have the strength, right? You have the strength to get to the bare bones of your personal situation, which allows you to be vulnerable. So don't let pride or envy block you from perhaps admitting something that you need to admit that you have been perhaps long denying within yourself, water signs? So let's go ahead and pull a tarot card. Strength. How about that? You cannot make this stuff up. Right, water signs? Look at that. Look at that. I mean, you cannot make that. You see me shuffle the cards. Strength. But it's in reverse. So I feel a lot of you feel like you don't have the strength perhaps to admit something within yourself. You don't have the strength to get to the bare bones of something that is in your head. I feel like somebody has a lot of anxiety. I feel like their head overrules their hearts. And I feel like it turns their life upside down. I also feel skeleton, strength, it's exactly the same thing in two different card forms. So I feel like they're telling you, water signs, bite the bullet, right? Bite the bullet. Bring your head and your heart into a state of balance, right? Show a little bit of vulnerability and perhaps admit that maybe you may have shot some sort of a situation. Like I'm seeing the bullets here. Maybe your head, maybe you spoke something. Maybe you didn't speak something, right? See how the mouth is closed? Maybe you didn't speak something that needs to be said. And you feel that you don't have the strength to admit that. Because why? Because that makes you be vulnerable. And you feel as though you're going to lose control of the situation. So they're really telling you to get to the bare bones of that anxiety in your head. You know, stop shooting yourself in the foot, even though there ain't no feet, right? But the head right here is really illuminated. So what crystal, water signs, do you have? What crystal do you want for the water signs? We have the grouse. Consciousness, enlightenment, and sacred spiral. Rainbow moonstone coming through. Spirit of grouse, help me align my intentions with my energy as I send energy into the universe. Thank you. I hope. So it's about aligning your head and your heart with the intentions that you're sending out into the universe. Right? And being conscious of that. Water signs. I mean, it's a blue organite. The card's blue. And then you have strength and strength. So it's like your world perhaps got turned upside down. Maybe because you were unable to communicate something. Your intention was like, I feel like your intention was positive, but your head overrules your heart. And you were afraid to open yourself up to vulnerability because of the past, is what I feel. So you really need to get to the bare bones of the situation and realize that true strength comes from allowing yourself to be vulnerable. Okay? So there you go. Thank you for watching and have a blessed day.